Fox, glad to have you with us from Phoenix. Clint Boyer, your leader. The pit summary, Jeff Hammond, first in, first out.
Right now you can see where Clint Boyer's guys, they were leading coming in, did a great job on pit road. Looking pretty good. We got a problem right now. Hey, Todd Cleaver has backed his 06 into the wall, guys. Caution's out.
Hard hit for Cleaver.
No doubt about it.
And it happened at turn 2.
But who this caution is a great break for is Johnny Sauter, Mark Green, and Jamie McMurray, who was just a few laps from making that green flag stop. They're still sitting there running in the top 6. Not that they wanted to see anybody have a problem, but they certainly could use this caution.
That early pit stop, that strategy that they used, looks really good right now.
Yeah, because those drivers were starting to drop like rocks through
Right
the
there,
field.
it's really loose.
Now here's Cleaver. Got Denny Hamlin behind him.
I am assuming there was contact, but it's really hard to tell because there was a gap between them up until, let's see if we can get a better shot here. It was mighty close. Yeah, just enough to turn him, yeah.
Doesn't take much.
I tell you, you
can
can see Denny had the brakes all lit up. The rotors are just glowing.
Caution's out in Phoenix for a 3-car pileup at turn number 4. Watch Kyle Busch's number 5 working underneath the 33 of Kenny Schrader.
Actually, Ron Hornaday in the 33 car. Remember, he's
Hornaday's
a
a lap down. The 5-car just gets down on the apron. Thing starts to get loose with him, and he just walks right up into the side of Hornaday. And poor old Casey Mears, who's trapped on the outside because of Jamie McMurray in the 64, has nowhere to go.
Couldn't get stopped either. I don't know that there's a whole lot of damage to the 40T. Just went there, just kind of kissed the 5 cars left front.
5 just gets in there underneath the 33, and he gets down on the apron, and it gets loose, and he walks right up into the side of the 33 car of Hornaday.
People may ask, why was Ron Hornaday racing that hard 1 lap down? Again, you're trying to become the first car a lap down behind the leader. If we get a caution, you get the free pass. So there's a race within the race.
Welcome back to Phoenix for the caution waves for a crash between turns 1 and 2. And hard in the wall when Ashton Lewis Jr. He was not the first car to spin there.
No, he spun
sideways,
but somebody spun or got in trouble in front of him. He spun
Yes.
to slow him down or to miss him.
And he was still on the lead lap in his 25 car.
From Greg Biffle, that's the one of Mike Wallace ahead.
He goes up the hill here. The 1 does. He gets loose.
Stay low there. Clear.
And the 25, I don't know.
Behind you.
Well, if he jumped on the brake or
Caution will be
what?
out.
Something happened there that didn't really add up.
Had a good run in Nashville last week, finished 11th, making his 200th career start here tonight in the Busch Series.
Free pass, Michael Waltrip.
Hey, Mikey, get that dream machine back up there.
Nowhere for Johnny Sauter in the 00 to go.
Still nowhere for anybody to go.
As Scott Riggs in the 9 pulls up there. But there's no question that's a caution that Matt Kenseth in the 17 and Kurt Busch in the 39. They were actually right behind John Andretti. You see the right front tire down on Scott Riggs in the 9 car, still on the lead lap. There's John Andretti in the 10, who was running in the 10th position.
Yeah,
They'll be done for this
all those cars are running very well.
Yeah, Sauter was 12th. Matt Kenseth gets through this somehow. That's how, right there.
And there goes Kurt right along with him. And then the 10 just comes right back up in front of Johnny Sauter, who clips the 9 of Scott Riggs. And these guys here are almost in it.
Stacy Compton might have got a little damage from that. Oh, contact with Casey Mears.
Well, John got down on the apron trying to get under Casey Mears. Yeah. There just wasn't really a lot of room.
And we've seen that a couple of 3 times tonight.
All 3 drivers are okay, moving around and drop the window nets and getting ready to get out. From our super slow motion camera, the Exmo 1,000 frames per second.
Look at that left rear and that left front of that. The left rear of the 10 goes way up in there. The left front goes way back in the 00. spins him around. The impact of that 00 into the 10. Look how I just spun that car all the way around the 10 car from the impact.
360 degrees.
Now let's, as this plays out, see one more look here from Greg Biffle.
Now you're going to see the 10 car up here. He's going to try to get under. Got the nose down there.
Pit road is closed right now. What they're going to do is bring the cars down pit road where they can clean up turn 4. Caution will wave again here with 16 laps to go.
8th caution flag tonight.
I was just going to say, if you got them, use them. But I didn't mean the bumpers.
No.
Guys are racing for position right here.
Yeah, Menard had made a good recovery. He was up there in the 7th, 8th place, and he just got in the back of JJ getting down into turn 1.
Just barely kissed the outside wall. Not bad at all.
It's just the pressure that the Menard felt coming from Kenseth and Busch. He knew they were back there. He was trying to get going, and
right there in front of Kurt Busch and Matt Kenseth.
Well, they've been lucky.
Now, Kurt Busch had passed Kenseth in the front straightaway, closing on Menard, who sends Yaley to the turn 1 wall.
Pretty light contact on the 18. I think other than losing a number of positions, I think he's going to be able to continue.
That's actually Leffler,
No,
the 32 car. There's Menard in the 11 car, and they start stacking up behind him. Caution will wave.
Yeah, I thought it was Mark, but it was the 32 car. Dadgone, I feel bad for that boy. They have had such a great run all night.
Menard with damage just when we thought we might see a non-Cup driver win a Busch race for the first time this season.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Around goes Leffler. Let's see how this got started.
There's some contact here. Let's see who does it. Boyer's right there. Gives him a shot.
He was a little bit loose anyhow. It didn't take much of a shot to turn him around.
Boy, look at Matt Kenseth barely squeezing through there.
This will pretty much tell it right here.
Just that little, you hear that little, remember how we talked about how fast he is through the center of the corner, how he rolls out early and gassed it hard in the middle. He went for the gas, but there was somebody in his way.
Now here's what happens to Menard. He's outside John Wood in the Bashas 47 and Kurt Busch.
Well, that's all because of what happened in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
I give Kurt a pass on that.
Yeah.
He was slowing down.
Menard checked up because he saw Leffler sideways.
Light contact, but still he spun him around.
And it's all Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, Reed Sorensen looks like he's turned the wick up here, Larry. Of these cars that are chasing Harvick, he's making the biggest moves. These other guys just can't get going. Mark's got the 60 car on the outside of him. Woo! He squeezed through there. Wow!
He's going to go ahead and drive it down into turn 3, try to take this position away.
I believe he'll get him on the outside here, making some pretty good moves around the outside. Here comes Kurt Busch around the outside of Mark Martin.
Mark's going to lose 2 positions, 3 laps to go.
Right behind them, teammates battle side by side. Here they are, Biffle in 16, Kenseth at 17, one car to the wall, turn 1. Compton doesn't hit
he's
it.
in trouble down here, big trouble down here. And he took the 2 car with him. How many times do you see that happen?
Clint Boyer and Jamie McMurray, with 3 laps to go, bring out the 10th caution flag of the night. Is it a full moon out? It's sure acting like
well,
it.
obviously, when it became night and the moon was out, all of a sudden we started having all this happen.
That's the way Phoenix is. This is the way I always remember Phoenix. Yep. Clean racing until you get inside about 15, 20 to go. Then all these cautions cause all these wrecks.
And it's David Gilliland in 84 who bounces off the wall off of Ryan Moore and has trouble all the way down to turn 1.
Here comes the 2 car. Watch the 2 car. He's got nowhere to go when they get down here.
We'll ride with him here.
really feel sorry for Clint.
Still out there right in front of you. No, track. Got one coming across the middle. All right, buddy.
He just didn't realize there was no way that 84 car was going to turn.
All right, buddy. No one's behind you. Keep going there.
Just should have, you know, the 84 car was not going to turn with the damage it had. If he'd have dove to the inside, he'd have been fine.
But that car wouldn't steer.
No, he's got, you know, you can see his right front. And you pretty well know he's going to go straight when he gets to the corner.
There might have been contact with Stacy Compton into the back of Boyer before they even got to Gilliland.
That may be why he couldn't get to the bottom. He got contact and he couldn't turn down.
They're both trying to get down, but can't.
What a shame.
So Clint Boyer, 20 laps ago, was up to second in the point standings. Now he's third, 295 points out.
And had a car that more than likely could have won the race, certainly would have finished second to his